Good morning, everybody. You are currently listening to a Tall Girls podcast hosted by a tall girl named India. I hope everyone is having a great day. I feel like I start every podcast that way, saying, I hope everyone is having a good day. I mean, what am I gonna say? Oh, I hope you're having a crusty day. I hope you're miserable. Stop being happy. No, I think I'm gonna stick to I hope you're having a great day. But before I get deep into this episode, please be sure to follow me on my socials at a Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest for updates on my episodes, daily Tall Girl content, and more. You can even message me there. I absolutely respond to DMs. Do I respond a week and a half or 2 weeks later? Sometimes. However, I try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. Same with my comments. Also, whenever you get the chance, feel free to leave me a review and let me know what you think of this podcast and even how tall you are. Everything will be linked below in the description, so it's easy for you. You can just go down there after you listen to this episode, click on it, and bada bing, bada boom, Mr. Worldwide stepped in the room. I forgot Pitbull existed. I wonder where he is. I have not heard any new songs from Pitbull. I've seen him in a commercial, though, the other day. I really wonder how he's doing. I'm going to listen to some Pitbull later. Anyways, back to this episode. I am here with another story time. Yay. I feel like some of y'all probably looked at the title and was like, girl, what? Yeah, I'm aware that this may not make the most sense at first, at face value, but we're gonna explain right now. So, as I'm sure you know, if you listen to my basketball story time, which is the story time where I got knocked out by a basketball player who's half my size. If you did not listen to it, you should totally listen to it. It's hilarious. Well, it's not really hilarious because I got hurt. Why are you laughing at me? Because I got hurt. But you should listen to it anyways. But if you listen to that, I used to be quite the athlete. I played a lot of sports, and one of them was tennis. Yes, I used to play tennis. Tall people can play any sport they want before you say or think anything that may be judgmental. Tall people could play whatever sport, just like short people could play whatever sport. Some people may argue that it's a smaller version of volleyball, but no, like I've tried both. It's two completely different things, completely different rules. Just an FYI, so let's get that out of our head. Let's get that idea out of our head. But yeah. So on to the story. Every summer I used to go to tennis camp. This story took place on one of those summers. I think that this was probably my sophomore or junior year of high school. So I was a fresh teen, 15, 16. It was definitely not 17. It was like 15 or 16. I feel like it was 15 because it was such a long time ago, but I cannot tell for sure because there are things that feel like a long time ago that literally happened like 2 days ago. So I don't even know why I'm dwelling on this. I just know that I was a teenager. I was a fresh teenager. So my coach, she was from South Africa, and she actually grew up there, and she used to play a lot. She played in a couple camps and stuff like that, so she really got to know the people there and developed relationships and friendships with the coaches and the up-and-coming players and stuff like that. So that particular summer, she actually invited some of the coaches and players, actually just 2 coaches and 2 players, to come to the camp this year to help out, I guess, to scout some people, to improve our skills or whatever, because we were not the best. We were not the best, but hey, we were trying, and she thought maybe them coming up and teaching like new different techniques that we could finesse. We did not, but that's the story for another time. And one of the players that was there, oh my gosh, was this beautiful man. He had light eyes, sharp jawline. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna get into it. We'll call him Bob for the sake of the story. I don't even know why I thought of Bob. Bob was 19 at that time, by the way. So if anything did happen, illegal. Just, yeah, it would be illegal because that's not allowed. I think in the state that I'm at, it's not allowed. I don't know about other states or other countries, but where I'm at, he would be jailed. So we're just gonna leave that there. And I know what you're probably gonna ask or think to yourself. Yes, he was shorter than me. He was shorter than me. He was probably 2 inches shorter. How tall was I at the time? I was 15. I stopped growing 18, 19. I was probably around 5'8" and a half-ish. So he was, oh my gosh, he was like 5'6", 5'7". That's so short. Wait, no. That's not so short. I'm just picturing it now with my current height. Guys tend to grow at a later time than girls, so by now he's probably taller than me. I highly doubt it, but it's just weird to think me now being like, I don't know, somewhere over 5'10". I still haven't figured out my height yet, but me being somewhere over 5'10", and he used to be like 5'7", 5'6" and a half. That's just so funny to me. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because I was short at the time. Anyways, had a super crush on him, yada yada yada. So he would occasionally set up and lead some of the drills on different courts. And most of the time, I was too much of a wimp to be on that court where he was. I was not like having it because I did not want to embarrass myself. But that day, I was brave. I was extremely brave. I was courageous. I was feeling myself that day because when he set up to lead a drill on one of the courts, I ran onto that court. That's already a bad start. I ran to the court that he was on. That was already a bad start. I should have picked elsewhere the other day, but it is what it is. It was a couple years ago, so whatever. I ran onto his court, yes, like a happy puppy, because that meant that he was going to lead the drill and he'll like talk to me or whatever. Even though he would be giving me instructions, be like, oh my god, at least he spoke to me. He looked me in my eyes. So the way that the tennis courts are set up is that there are 3 courts in a row right next to each other. And they are divided by a ceiling to floor net. So you have the court, ceiling to floor net, next court, ceiling to floor net, next court. That's how it was set up. And the nets are basically there to make sure that when people hit the balls all crazy, because like I said before, we were not the most talented group, it wouldn't hit anybody else who was playing on any other courts. So yeah. Just remember the nets because they'll be important later. So the drill was set up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm set on the baseline, ready to hit this ball. So Bob was like, are you ready? And me being me, I was like, yeah, I was born ready. You bet I am. Oh my gosh, that is so cringe. Anyways, so he throws the ball towards my direction so I could hit it. And mind you, this net is like at least 3 feet from where I'm going to hit this ball. I go to hit the ball and my foot gets caught in the net. I slip and do a full-on split. And to make matters worse, I didn't even hit the ball. It went right past me. Right past me. So I look up, and to my embarrassment, I see Bob laughing his butt off. And I'm just trying to play it off like, haha, I start laughing. Oh my gosh, it's such a klutz. Like, that's crazy. Whatever. But in reality, I was crying on the inside. I was like, did I really embarrass myself in front of this man? This fine man? Yeah, I had a huge bruise for like a week. And I will never attempt to split ever in my life again because it will bring back traumatic moments, traumatic memories. And I think at that point I realized tennis was probably not for me. And Bob never spoke to me ever again after that. I never went back at his court. And any other time, he did not say a word to me. I did not say a word to him. I was like, okay, I guess this situationship is over. And that's just the story of my life. We love having long legs. Love having long legs. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was really cringe for me to retell it. I really did struggle, as you could probably tell. If you did enjoy this episode, feel free to hit me up on my even if you didn't enjoy it, let me know. Hit me up on my socials at A Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. Let me know what the vibe is with this podcast and all that stuff. I really do appreciate you tuning in and being here on this journey with me, because it really is a wild one, and all the nice things that you've said to me, I really do take it to heart. And yeah, you guys mean a lot to me. And I will catch you in the next one. Good night and goodbye.